The lookout was empty. I sigh as I let down the case. Asuho starts preparing the telescope. In the meantime, I take a look around the place. I guess she isn't here. I search every nook and cranny for where she might be hiding, but I don't see her figure anywhere. Turning back, I see Asuho squinting at the sky full of stars. So, now we wait? I sit down on the picnic rack with Asuho on my right again. Her voice is really faint. After 30 minutes pass, I begin operating the telescope as Asuho had instructed yesterday. Since Asuho's telescope is an equatorial one, you have to adjust the axis before looking through it. As the stars are in different positions from yesterday, its axis of revolution had to be adjusted to account for the Earth's rotation. After locating Polaris, I used the handle to adjust the latitude and lock the stand into position. Because there is an auto-search function to find the celestial bodies, I can just leave it to find the stars itself. A 200,000 yen telescope is impressive indeed. That's because this is an excellent telescope. Peering into the telescope, I see the stars in a way neither my naked eye nor binoculars can capture. I can see the double stars and binary stars in front of my eyes. It's a spectacle you can see just by looking up into the night sky. I'm certainly moved. The sparkling of Asuho's eyes is by no means inferior to a what? Located towards Zenith are the shining constellations Lyra, Aquila, and Cygnus. Going south of the Milky Way, you have Sagittarius and Scorpio. While listening to Asuho give her talk about the myths enthusiastically, I start chasing down the stars one by one. The time passes in the blink of an eye, just like that. Asuho, I have decided to work at your cafe tomorrow. I tell her that after finding a good place to pause. Well, I kind of want to buy my own telescope. I also want to pay Aunt Chino for the food expenses, so I'm not looking to buy one immediately. Nevertheless, I want to further experience this excitement, which is why I want to work. Asuho, is that a no? She quickly shakes her head. Her voice was delighted and she had a smile. I'll be in your care from now on, for both my job and the Tenkuru. I also find it embarrassing. She does a quick bow. Yeah, I'm counting on you. Next, I take a look around. Keeping an eye out for Mare while looking at the stars has become a habit. Asuho copies my behavior and shifts her gaze here and there. Yeah. Asuho takes back what she was about to say. She starts pacing around aimlessly. As I incline my head, I hear a pitter-patter of footsteps. Ones that don't belong to Asuho. Asuho had stopped when I heard those footsteps. Is it Mare? The sounds come from the direction Asuho is heading. She turns back at me. A small shadow springs out in an instant behind Asuho and immediately hides in the trees. I jump straight into the bushes. I have no time to answer her. Pushing apart the branches, I finally catch up to the shadow by the time I reach the fence. Mare! Yeah, it is Mare. Mare's figure is slowly revealed beneath the starlight. If you came, you could have at least said hello. Her words were short. Is she angry? You ran away from Asuho just then, didn't you? The girl just then. Didn't you run away because she was getting close? You're not going back to the lookout? She holds onto her scythe tightly. Why not? Will you meet Asuho first? Her expression turns sullen. She's my friend. I want to introduce you. She's contemplating it under her breath. Don't say that. Come on, please. Will you be friends with my friend? She holds onto her scythe even tighter. Why is it hurting again? Can you not point your scythe this way? That's probably love. You're moving your scythe to the base of my neck? Mare turns her back on me. Whoa, wait up! I grab onto her shoulder. Mare takes a horizontal swipe with her scythe, rustling the hairs on my head. I fall down on my back. She's trembling slightly. It feels like as if I'm going to get stabbed in the face any moment. But all I did was grab your shoulder. Ha ha! You're stabbing me, you're stabbing me, you're seriously stabbing me! But that lack of pain comes at a price. Mare. As soon as I stand up, Mare backs away. How about we continue this at the lookout? Yeah. It's my one and only wish. If you can handle it, I'm sure you'll gain something from it. Hearing Asuho's voice traveling from the bushes, Mare scurries off. She makes a run for it without a moment's hesitation. Mare's figure is already out of sight by the time I get ready to chase after her. She runs towards me. Asuho, did you see the girl who was here just now? Yeah, I chased her down here all the way from the lookout. Well? Asuho shakes her head. Yeah. Asuho didn't see Mare. She can't see her? If Mare is a figment of my imagination, does that mean Asuho can't see her? Or did Mare just vanish before someone saw her? However, regardless of which it is, Asuho definitely heard the sounds Mare was making. Yeah, a girl at around primary school age. Yeah. That's not exactly it, but I leave it at that. That girl is called Mare. Asuho tilts her head in puzzlement. Oh, you did? That's because I was suspecting that she was a Grim Reaper. Yeah, something like that. I continue. I'll introduce her next time. I want you two to be friends. Asuho says this without any hesitation. Unlike Mare. I agree with her on this. After carrying the telescope back to Asuho's house, when our stargazing finished, I find Aoi standing in front of my house. What's up? She gives me a sidelong glance. Is there something you want with us?
はい。
Is it related to Chinami?
ご明察です。
She said she was inviting you over today. But why is Aoi standing in front of our house like this?
招待は断ったんですが、
She sighs.
私が出かけている間に鈴葉がお邪魔してしまったみたいで。
Is that right? I grasp the situation. Are you going to come inside?
とても遺憾ですが、お願いします。
That Chinami, I even told her abducting little girls is a crime. I don't think she abducted her.
お客様？
Yeah, from next door. Her name is...
青井いすずちゃんよね。何度か道で会って挨拶したことはあるから。
Aoi does a light bow. Since we live right beside each other, it's not unusual that they recognize each other.
いらっしゃい。遅い時間だけど、明日も休日だしね。ゆっくりしていって。いえ、すぐ帰りますので。
Ishino-san, is Chinami here?
ちなみちゃんなら、そこでお休み中よ。
Aoi and I follow the direction in which Onshino is facing.
鈴葉ちゃんと一
Oh,
緒
isn't
にね。
that cute? Suzuha is asleep defenselessly, cuddling up to Chinami, who is also asleep defenselessly.
お昼からずっと二人で遊んでたから、疲れて眠っちゃったのね。
They're holding hands like the best of friends. When did Chinami get this close to Suzuha? Though that's not entirely surprising.
ちなみさんはすごいですね。
Her words contain a hint of wonder.
鈴葉がこんなに人に懐くのは初めてです。昨日もそうでした。鈴葉は人見知りが激しいのに、ちなみさんとはすぐに仲良くなってしまって。いえ、すぐにというわけでもありません。鈴葉も最初は怖がっていました。遊びに来たちなみさんを見て、鈴葉は私の背中に隠れていました。私はちなみさんを追い返そうとしました。だけど、ちなみさんは帰ろうとはしませんでした。ちなみさんは一緒に食べようと言って、スフレの包みを取り出しました。そして、私たちの目の前で食べ始めました。鈴葉は驚きました。私はうざいと思いました。それでもちなみさんは美味しい美味しいって言いながら本当に美味しそうに食べていました。だから鈴葉は興味を持ったんだと思います。ちなみさんに恐る恐る近づいて、ちなみさんは何も考えていないような笑顔でスフレを手渡して、鈴葉も美味しいって言って、気づけば鈴葉も笑顔になっていて。
I can see her sense of admiration, and above all else, awe.
どうしてちなみさんは鈴葉の好きなおやつがスフレだって知っていたのか。偶然だとは思いますけど。
It's not a coincidence. Chinami wanted to be friends with you two and did some thorough research by herself.
そうね。ちなみちゃんが私に聞いてきたの。引っ越しの手土産として私がスフレを渡したことがあったから、ちなみちゃんは気づいたんでしょうね。私はご両親からいすずちゃんやすずはちゃんのことを伺っていたから、スフレが好きなんだって聞いていたから。
Chinami is a legend at making friends. A legend with achievements to boot. You're going to be next, Aoi-san. You'll be Chinami's friend before you know it.
ありえません。
We'll see about that.
絶対にありえません。
This is the first time Aoi has become visibly agitated.
私は友達なんていりませんから。
Aoi's words are the polar opposite of Asuho, who didn't have any problems with becoming friends with Mare. And she's different from Mare, who is hesitant at the prospect of becoming friends with Asuho. Aoi clearly refuses. It's as if a mirror image of my old self has appeared. Today is a public holiday, Marine Day. The temperature rises just as it's past noon, and true to the name of the holiday, I feel like going to the beach. But that's impossible because I've got work at the Milky Way. On the other hand, I have my third stargazing session with Asuho tonight. Out on the streets for a bit. Nah, I'm going to the cafe. Yeah. Why? My selfish sister insists on something unreasonable while sucking on a popsicle. I don't see any popsicle. Hey, wait, aren't you going to hang out with the Aoi sisters? Aren't you going to play with other friends? Aren't you going to study? Don't come crying to me when you fail. I won't care. I'm begging you, please care. Then apologize to all the Earthlings. Well then, I'm heading out. It seems she's going to tag along no matter what. After entering the cafe, Asuho immediately comes to greet me. I expected something like that to happen, so I didn't have lunch. I didn't really think that Asuho would have pulled an all-nighter today too. Asuho, can you quickly hide for a second? An existence even more terrifying than aliens. Was I too late? Chinami quickly greets her back. It's not Meido-san, isn't that disrespectful? In your case, it should be Asuho-senpai. I want to grind her temples right now if it weren't for the fact that we're in public. Asuho takes us all the way to a seat close to the air conditioner. I'll have your home cooking. After I say that, her face immediately goes red. Maybe we are. I silence her by shoving a tube of mayonnaise in her mouth. Asuho enters the kitchen hurriedly. Chinami, go home after you finished sucking that. Then why did you come? Stop making stuff up because my wallet's empty. Wait a minute. If Asuho brought over the gelato, who's going to end up paying? I'm telling you that I'm broke too. That was free out of Asuho's kindness. Stop saying things that can cause misunderstandings. You were sucking on free mayonnaise too, weren't you? Don't go to deciding things by yourself. How shameless of you to change the story. See, our orders came. What now? You're going as far as to blame it on the seasons? But I don't actually want to eat. I'm getting Asuho's food for free. Asuho's voice puts me back into my senses.
そっか。食べたくないんだ。
What an idiot! Her voice was tearful.
私が料理作るの迷惑だった。お父さんに比べたら全然上手じゃないし。ごめんね。
No, 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 that's not what I mean!
いけないんだ。お兄ちゃんがメイドさん泣かせた。
Yeah, what an asshole. If you don't shut up, I'm going to squirt mayonnaise in your eyes, nose and ears.
お兄ちゃんが逆ギレしてる。ちなみはジェラート食べたいだけなのに。
That's why I told you I don't want to eat. It's too late by the time I realize. Asuho was heading back into the kitchen while carrying the food.
お兄ちゃんのバカ。早く追いかけなきゃ。
Stop making it sound like it's none of your business.
いいから早く。じゃないとちなみのジェラートが。
That's what you're worried about? In any case, I run after her. Clearing up the misunderstanding took up a good 30 minutes. After getting back to my seat, I see Jinami blissfully having a different gelato with mayonnaise. What? Gelato with mayonnaise on top that the boss prepared. Jinami's good fortune only makes me more irritated.